Hey, what's up and hello? This is the Chris Nicole bringing you my views on life, love, and the world of entertainment through my eyes. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, depending on what time you are watching this live. Hello, crew. Hope all is well. Make sure you hit the likety like button on the way in, please. So, back on the west side, West Coast. Y'all, where do I start? Let me see. When I tell you right now, the YouTube streets are hot when it comes to this drama. This is getting better than any reality show we have seen in a very long time. This is like love after lockup, love during lockup, life after lockup on steroids. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, for those who actually know some information based on previous videos I have done before, Luce Cannon, okay, aka according to his real wife, the liar Cannon, he is currently in federal prison, okay? And a lot of people have been saying he is in federal prison based on his own doing because he was running his mouth, allegedly lying strictly for content. Now he is in prison in the feds amongst other people like Big U, Brick Baby, so on and so forth. All right. Now, he claims he is a rolling 60 Crip gang member, but let some people tell it he's not really affiliated, whatever the case may be. Well, him and his content wife that you see, that is the lighter complexion with the hazel greenish eyes, her name is Charisse, and they have their own channel, and they have been on like Tasha K and other numerous channels. They are considered the content couple, okay? Well, she just recently had a baby not too long ago by him, and allegedly they kept saying that they were married, but hold up. The real wife stepped in and said, hell to the nah, nah. And the real wife, for my understanding, which is to your left over here, is Gigi, okay? Gigi, Cali girl like myself, okay? She is from the Bay Area, town business, Oakland to be exact. She has come out, and baby, she has shaken the table when it comes to the real deal Holyfield, when it comes to Luce Cannon and her. Now, why is she coming out? Some people are saying she wants attention, but she said no, it has nothing to do with that. Apparently, Luce Cannon and Charisse has been talking bad about her daughter that she had with Luce Cannon, okay? And so that's the reason why she decided to come out and said, okay, you want to talk about my child? Let me expose the truth on both of y'all asses. I'm going in on both of you. And she has been shaking the internet like no other. So what I am going to do is, first things first, I'm going to give you background, but I want you to hear from her voice. She actually contacted Akademiks, and she kind of breaks down a little bit of what happened. Now, for those who may say, this fool in the middle looks familiar, but I don't know exactly who he is, Luce Cannon really got his name as far as the internet and the content creation era is concerned. He's considered a content creator because he went on No Jumper and claimed that allegedly Big U contacted him saying that Nipsey was unalived, but he ended up calling Nipsey as soon as Big U called him and told him that, and Nipsey picked up the phone. And then, so at that point, he didn't think nothing of it, and maybe just Big U was tripping. But then literally 30 minutes later, after he spoke to Nipsey actually did become unalive. So what he was trying to allegedly imply in that situation is that Big U contacted him too soon, as if that he possibly had something to do with Nipsey being unalive. She's about to break that down too. When I tell you, like I said, this reality show, this is the reality show of reality shows at this point. YouTube got more drama than any other reality show we got out right now. make sure y'all hit the like button. So I'm going to start off where you guys can hear just the basic information about this, and then it's about to get juicy, okay? I got videos up. She doesn't mind that I play the videos. I'm still going to say fair use, though, but when I tell you this girl lets it all out, all bets are off for her at this point. All bets are off. And if you ask me, once I break it down with both of these women and you hear everything that's going on, if you ask me, they both want him in jail forever. They both want him in jail forever. But let's listen to this, and you guys let me know if you can hear it. Hit the thumbs up, hit the like button, but also hit the thumbs up if you can hear this, okay? So this is from Akademiks. I'm just going to play the audio, and she kind of breaks down the background of her and Luce's relationship and other relationships.
What's up,
Hey, this is Gigi, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay, Wack has told me a lot about you. I feel like I've seen you like in the algorithm so far, especially recently.
Yeah.
You got to put me up to speed, right? Because I'm hearing a lot of. I'm hearing you were married to Luce Cannon or something of the sort.
I'm still currently married to Luce Cannon. I'm his legal wife.
So he got two wives.
He's not married to Charisse.
Does he have kids with both of you?
They're not married.
They have kids.
I'm sorry. He does have he does have a baby with her. She's his baby's mother. They have a child they just had together, and we also have a daughter together. He has 6 kids total.
Oh snap! He has 6 kids between y'all.
Yes. No. 6 kids, 4 babies' mothers. He has 3 wives total. That he's been married 3 times. I'm the 3rd wife, and Charisse is the baby mama. He has 2 kids with his first wife, 2 kids with the second one with me, and 1 with Charisse.
All right, let me Google some stuff here. Okay, so all right, so explain to me, how did this all come about? Because if he was married to you, why did he all of a sudden get with her? Like y'all broke up or something? Because you say you're also married.
Okay, so let's get the quick rundown.
Yeah.
So me and Luce Cannon been together since 2018. Okay. So Luce Cannon, he's been wanting to, be famous and, do music and stuff like that. Okay. So he wanted to be producer and start like making his own record label. So I came up with IBM, Integrity Before Money. So I got.
Oh, trust me, you guys, stay tuned, get your coffee or whatever you need to stay up. Cause this is just, you talking about some, wow, what's the fool la la? Oh, it gets worse. So keep listening.
A logo created that for him, and then he started this thing called Cookout. It's a song he made. He paid $2,500 for a little press run, so he had pay some TikTokers to put it up, stuff like that. It didn't take. So then his manager Rick Aaron comes up with the idea, I guess, of putting Whack 100's face on Cookout and started to troll him to try to go viral. So they changed the album. They put Whack's head on the grill on the cover, and they start trolling him. Whack's not responding at this point. Whack's going on podcasts and I don't even know this fool. I'm not giving it no attention. Yada yada yada. So then, at that point, Luce Cannon makes that video that I don't know if you've seen it. The video of him talking about Whack and talking about you're scared, 6-0, all this stuff.
Yeah.
So when they figure he's not biting or whatever.
Wait, so at this time you're with him, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm with him. We're together.
Wait, I'm looking at something. I think this is an old picture of him and you. I think so. He has Gigi tatted.
Are you on my YouTube?
No, I'm on streetgangs.com. I don't even know this was a website, but they got a lot of stuff about y'all on there. It said Tremaine Williams' many wives.
There you go. Yeah, that's Alex Alonso. So he was the first one that allowed me a platform when Luce Cannon and Charisse first went public and started making up fabricated stories about me and our child together.
Okay, and so the first thing I wanted to ask is, so is the motivation in this that you want your husband back or what?
Oh, no. So how it started is Cannon started going around denying our daughter. Started talking about she was born in the streets. He doesn't know me. He doesn't know the baby. Charisse started going around with him saying that he was only in the house with me with the baby because he felt sorry for the baby. So once they started smutting my daughter's name all over the internet, that's when I came forward.
Okay. Okay.
Because I wanted to clear my child's name. Now, children are off limits. I don't care what's going on between adults, but you don't bring children in it. My daughter's innocent. She has nothing to do with me leaving Luce Cannon. That me filing for divorce, she has nothing to do with it. So when they started doing that, that's when I came up and I started talking about the truth, because they were lying about everything. But my main concern was them lying about my child. But then they started going on tours about, just making up a bunch of stories about Meek Mill and about Nipsey Hussle and Shawnee O'Neal. It was just spiraled out of control at that point. But I had
Now, when she says Shawnee O'Neal, how does Shawnee O'Neal come into play? Well, allegedly, Luce Cannon said that he had freaky tales with Shawnee O'Neal. This man has been going around saying a lot of stuff, but she is saying that is a lie. She's saying that's a lie. He just lies to lie. And we don't know, like Cat Williams said, we don't know why liars lie. But let's continue.
For a fact
and was warning everybody.
So you know for a fact none of those things are true?
I was with him, of course. I was there. When Nipsey Hussle died, we lived together. On my YouTube, which is I Am Her Gia, I posted all the receipts. Literally, you can see it. I posted everything on there. So you can go see it. I've been dropping episodes with every single receipt, debunking every lie that they have told.
So we've heard that supposedly Luce Cannon is a pathological liar. So you're co-signing it, but you were with him though. Did he lie to you about everything?
No. So it's not. So yeah, he lied. He did lie. Now it's been on a whole different level, because you have to understand. You know how somebody lies about little stuff, like his age. He lies and says he's 35. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. He lied about going to college, having a degree, stuff like that. This is a whole new level. He's not just lying. He's fabricating stories. He owns 30 subways. He owns all these houses. He has 2 roads.
Shout out to the chat and shout out to my brother Uda. Appreciate you, my Brooklyn brother.
Roy says he's just making up stories. He's never done it to this extent. I don't know what snapped in his mind, or if some mental illness has attacked his mind. I don't know, but this is on a whole nother level. Oh. He's never done it to this extent. This extent is crazy. But I'm assuming because he was given a platform, he connected with Wack. Wack is friends with Molly Mall, and they had Luce Cannon and Molly Mall had a situation. So Luce was trying to get in good with Wack 100 so he could help him, build his fame. He was given platforms to get on, and that's the reason why we're here. He was given a platform. That's the only reason why anybody even knows who he is.
Okay, so
did you know him before that?
No, I didn't know about him.
I did, yeah.
So
right.
Okay, so after he started denying your daughter. Mm-hmm. It feels.
Now, mind you, because we about to get into to more of the juicy stuff. Mind you, she actually went through IVF to have their daughter. Okay, so while he is allegedly claiming, because he actually said this on Tasha K's platform, saying that she, I guess, allegedly Gigi came back pregnant. He was pretty much trying to imply that's not his baby, but they went through IVF. And people who know that there is like a lot to go through with IVF. So she literally flipped it because, of course, she flipped her top and got pissed off because naturally going through IVF, it takes a lot. Not only does it take money, but it takes a lot to go through IVF to be able to have a child. So with that's the reason why she has been like saying, it's go time. And when I say it's go time, she says it's go time. Now I'm going to tell y'all right now, trigger warning. I'm about to play a video and we about to get into it. I'm going to play a couple of videos, but we're going to start off with this video where she actually talks about detail and we see kind of who Luce Cannon is in the background, okay, according to Gigi, all right? So with that being said, let me put this up here and I'm about to play it and let's go. Yes, honey, she made it a movie.
Just had a baby November 3rd, and this nigga's already out cheating again. I hit up the girl, and this is what she says, like I'm a dummy.
got China, my nigga Cannon. Hey, hold up. Why didn't get no napkins? You know that shit gonna be.
Yes, honey, that's Black China. She is saying that Luce Cannon allegedly cheated on her with Black China, and she is giving all the receipts, all the proof. So let's continue.
Jenny got
Imagine at home postpartum just having a baby, recovering from a C-section, and your husband's running around with Black China. Then they go public and call me a liar and say I'm crazy. Sound familiar?
I'm telling you, you should really say something. And dress it. It's just music. Music.
Ready?
Fine ass nigga. I'm a joke.
Ready to work the song?
Yeah. They might start have to draft this this public statement.
Ready to work on the song?
Yeah, do you say something?
No.
So I put a recorder in the backyard right here. He seemed to spend most of his time there while I'm here raising his baby going through postpartum. And this is what I hear.
What's up, baby? Where you going?
We driving. I'm my bedroom.
Your apartment? Okay, so we're gonna go to the studio and the club tomorrow. We're gonna go to the studio tonight.
Studio tonight?
Yeah, we're gonna go to the studio instead of the club because Charisma said it's
I like the style. I just like that shit anyway.
Oh God. So I'm gonna set it up. I'm gonna give you the time and bring your fine ass there.
How you focus?
I said I'm gonna give you the time and everything. We're gonna link. We're gonna really work. And we're gonna party. And we're gonna do some extras. Mm-hmm.
So of course I confront him.
What you doing? Now you leaving? Now you leaving? Yeah, you right here. Here, go ahead.
What are you doing?
Now you leaving?
Leaving where?
You just put your baby down just so she don't see you walking in here in the house with your wife?
What the fuck is you talking
With your
about?
wife and your baby?
You are fucking retarded.
Oh, you don't want her to see you here with your wife and your baby?
You is retarded. What the fuck is wrong with you?
You don't want her to see you here with your wife and your baby? Is that what it is?
You're ignorant.
Is that what it is?
What is the point? What the fuck is you doing?
What do you mean? I'm just trying to figure out. You don't want her to see you with your wife and your baby?
What?
Don't turn off the light. You don't want her to see you at home with your wife and your baby?
So, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Nigga, we're married. And you fucking around with another bitch. What are you talking about? You got a newborn baby. What do you mean? What the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about?
No, you're ignorant.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, the backyard that he be talking to you in. Yes, with his wife and newborn baby. Yes, with his wife and newborn baby.
What is literally what's wrong with you?
You're not gonna tell her that you're married?
You're dumb.
No, so now you're not married, Tremaine Williams? Huh? What? Stop!
You guessed it, punched me right in the face. I'm the one who should be pissed. I'm the one who's going through postpartum and just had your daughter while you're running around. I'm the one who should have been doing the punching. After that, I told him I wanted a divorce. I stayed in the house because I was recovering from a C-section. He still had a bunch of dudes living in the house like we were running a Motel 6. I never understood why a grown man would want grown men in the house.
And I know Gigi don't like us, but man, I ain't never disrespected her. I ain't never said nothing bad about her, bro. And I actually kind of felt bad for all the shit she had to go through. But, you know, I can't respect cuz nigga don't even take care of his kids, bro. And I'll never respect anybody that got kids and ain't there for them, homie. That shit is out.
He thought he made it after Black China. He thought this was it until
I was reached out to by Black China's people asking, did I know Luce? Mm-hmm. And I said, yes. He, you know, my uncle treats him like a nephew. He's like family. They then asked me, was he married? And I said, yes, he's married to my homegirl. I used to be her and her daughter's hairstylist. Mm-hmm. After that, that's when China put 2 and 2 together. And she was like, well, what do I do? I said, your best bet.
He in Brooklyn.
No. So I said, your best bet, China, is to, you know, it's a lot going on. You already got to part your ways.
His manager tried to apologize for the publicity scam they pulled with China, but it was over. Or so I thought. Probably wondering, how was he able to pull China? Well, this right here. This is the lawyer that he used Work got an NFT deal where he got $25,000 up front, able to use this money to fund his little soiree with China so she would believe he had all this money. This is what he spent his money on. $500 crab legs for China and $75 for your daughter.
Got their own network. Niggas called the For Us By Us network. You could.
Did y'all hear what she just said? $500 crab legs for China, $75 on his daughter. That beautiful baby. That baby is gorgeous. Any man that don't want to sit up there and spend time with his baby, yeah, I definitely got issues with that. Any person, period. But that baby is absolutely beautiful.
You could look it up on the App Store. It's real similar to like a YouTube app. It's a streaming app, but they got all kind of movies and shows and shit and all that. But they was filming a show kind of like behind, bro. And is, supposed to come up in the music industry, whatever, But it's a real show. We got some footage and shit, but at the end of the day, we still got some more shit we gotta shoot. We a couple more, like I think they said like 6 or 7 more days of shooting. We could, if we did some real full days and shit, we can get some more content. But that's real because I know we dealing with the network directly. I've been there. I done talked to one of the owners. We done met the owners, been around them and all that type of shit. So that's some real shit. But, cuz threw some figures around. I don't know if those was real, but we never really confirmed those with the network. And we still haven't signed a contract yet. So, I'll be looking at everything, man. Whatever, because, nigga, we had to put up 10 bands each. And the nigga T-Lo didn't even have his 10 bands. So me and Beather split that. And so, cuz, he gonna have to break us. We gonna have to, he gonna get what he's gonna get, at the end of the day. Cause if he didn't have the money to bond in, we taking care of it. So we gonna take the money he was supposed to get and let him bubble off a little something. But, like I said, nigga be exaggerating, lying and deceiving and all type of shit. So I don't even know if the figures is real because I ain't never heard about the network now. I know we are gonna get paid, but, it's just one of them things, man. Shit's all real new to me. So, I just be trying to, fall back and watch, but I said shit been getting revealed. The network shit's cool because I know that's real because, like I said, we got relationships and we done put the money in the nigga hands. So some real business with them, but we'll see how it all plays out, man. Yeah, I don't know what they got going on, man. Honestly, this nigga lied about that whole situation, bro, because that night that Barry got shot at, the very next morning is when they went to the hospital and did that shit. This nigga lied and said that he went and drilled the niggas that did it and this and that, blah, blah, blah. And he got this big ass shootout and the police was looking for him and the nigga didn't make it and all this bullshit, nigga. Trying to pin it on me and say it was my fault and blah, 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 and all this bullshit, nigga. So I don't know what the fuck they got going on there, nigga. They be on some weird shit. He over there with that bitch. And nigga, the other day when he came to the network, he was like talking about they shooting their own show now, just him and her. And the network was like, nah, we got a show with IBM with these niggas put money in my hands. So, it's the IBM show and shit. And I don't even know what to call it, man. They be on some real Mickey shit over there, bro, doing some real goofy shit, man.
So I was friends with the beautiful Prince.
So pretty much what the IBM member is saying, because he had a, group IBM or whatever. And Gigi was saying that she helped him set up the logo and all of that stuff. They were supposed to do a show with IBM, which meant it was Luce and IBM, like his whole crew. Kind of, I guess, like a 50 Cent and a G-Unit type situation. They're supposed to do a reality show. And then it sounds like he pretty much scratched them, X'd them out, and decided that he was going to do a show with Charisse and him, and just pretty much said IBM who. Okay, so that just shows you. Now IBM is supposed to be it's supposed to be acronym for integrity before money. So interesting enough, that's the name of his company, IBM, and yet integrity before money doesn't seem like that's the case. It's money before integrity for him. So let's keep going.
Princess and Moniece, amazing women. I was friends with them, and when I would get invited to things with them, I would bring Cannon. Per usual, usually when you go out with your girlfriends, you don't bring your dude around, but Cannon went with me everywhere. He was always trying to be in the same circles I was in. So I went to a premiere that Princess was producing, and I brought Cannon along, of course. Went to dinners for friends' birthday parties, and of course, who came along? Cannon. Look at him looking all ugly. Just annoying. Should have never did that. So as you can see, Cannon didn't know anyone. Nobody knew him. Of course, by me bringing him around, it put him around people in the industry where he was able to make connections. So me being the supportive wife, he wanted to be a producer. He dropped Cookout, and I came up with IBM for his record label, Integrity Before Money, paid for the logo, and got it designed. Being that he wasn't a good rapper, we paid for publicity for Cookout for a run.
Let's go for the turn this up. Cookout continue.
He clearly needed help. So my friend Princess had a publicist named Monique. Monique knew Black China. So that's how he even met Black China. Monique was helping him with his publicity and was trying to get her on one of his songs. He really thought he was on after this. Through my connections, he was able to meet For Us By Us Network. I'm all for supporting my man, but you're not going to lie on me.
And if you want to deny being married, then why even have a wife? Why not divorce me?
No, I don't want to put shit on the internet, and you put it on the internet.
Cannon, this is the thing. You say you don't want to put shit on the internet, so you don't want people to know you're married. Why is that a secret?
That's not true.
You've been denying me since you met China.
He doesn't want to put stuff on the internet, but interesting enough, after this video, you're going to hear that he has no problem putting stuff on the internet. Hence the reason why he's in the feds now. Allegedly.
I don't understand why. Why if it's okay, oh, you can be on the show and this, then why deny you have a wife? Don't you think everybody's gonna find out you have a wife if I'm on the show?
Yeah.
So then it doesn't make sense. So why deny me to everybody?
No, it's not. It's on my terms. You want to do internet shit.
On your terms. Cannon, do you hear yourself? We took vows and you're literally talking about, oh, it's on my term. Listen to how you're treating me.
So, of course, ever since Black China dropped him, and now he's doing the IBM thing, he goes to For Us By Us Network. They go to Las Vegas, and they're getting ready to do a launch of their show after that meeting. And lo and behold, everything changes. Scam 1 failed, and now he comes in to Scam 2. It just literally was fate. Who does he meet in Vegas, April 2022? None other than, you guessed it, Mrs. Charisse Mills. So the show for IBM was out, and born was Baddie and the Beast. I'm sorry, but why get expensive nails just to hold a broke nigga's dick? You can see the date. They were in their suite in Las Vegas. And as you can see on Kenneth's Instagram.
Hold up. Why get expensive nails to hold a broke ninja's peen? Baby, yes, she did just say that. Ooh, when I tell you, us Cali girls don't play when we in our bag and we get that pissed off. Oh my gosh. I hear you, Gigi. I hear you. Let's continue.
Same suite in Las Vegas where he met Charisse Mills. So as you can see, the Black China scam failed and I wasn't going to participate in the live. So IBM show was the only thing he could do. That is until... This is what I meant by everyone in Canada's life has a position and is a player in his game. Our daughter is now 6 months old at this time. I'm staying at our house in Riverside and at my older daughter's house and hotels. Mind you, he still has these grown adults living in our house. Who does that with a newborn? So as you can see, Charisse was just another player added to the game. He just found someone who was willing to go along with his scam. Somebody just as thirsty as him.
Wives are side chicks and don't even freaking know it.
She was definitely right about that. She should know. She's messed with a lot of married men. Let's remember, this girl met Luce April 8th, 2022. She's already at the house we live in April 30th, 2022. The thirst is real. Okay, as you guys can see, this is my conversation from March 29th, 2022. We are only living together, as I stated, after the Black China thing. We're staying in separate rooms, but again, I'm recovering from a C-section from just having a baby. He's spending all the money, so I'm pretty much stuck. So I'm asking him, just give me the respect to at least not have grown men living in a house with a newborn daughter. As you can see from his responses, he doesn't want to hear it. If you keep reading, you will see that he references to the fame that he wants so bad and that he just wants me to support him and help him with it. And he knows I'm not with the bullshit. And I'm not with the lies. I will never sell my soul, not for fame, money, or even him. I do want to.
You better preach. We got 22 people in the chat. Please hit the like button. Hit the like button. This is just the lukewarm drama. We ain't even hit the big drama yet. Let's continue.
To say, even though his little IBM gang members were living with us, they never disrespected me. As you can see, I didn't just flee to Texas. I had been talking about going to Texas. Now you guys get a clearer picture of the scam. He's been wanting to be famous for a very long time and was willing to sell his soul and do anything to get it. He knew I wasn't going to support that. I'm not going to support lies. I'm not going to support you cheating just to make yourself look good or to fit your narrative that you want for the fame. As you see, I reference also to a DV case. We'll talk about that in another episode.
DV.
So as you can see, the only reason why he's doing everything that he's doing to me is to punish me, because I wouldn't help him get the one thing that he wanted most, fame. Talking about he's doing this for us, my ass.
Let's be clear. This loose fool gets beautiful women, and I don't ask me how. Gigi is beautiful and Charisse is beautiful, but yeah. So Gigi's the real wife, and Charisse allegedly is the content social media wife, but not a real wife, the baby mama. So I'm gonna move on to an actual new video, honey, where it gets juicier, because it's gotten to the point where Charisse's own sister exposes the hell out of her and puts her on blast. But first things first, remember when Luce Cannon said that he doesn't do the internet stuff and she wants to put stuff on the internet? Remember when he actually said that? Well, interesting enough, as you guys already know, he is allegedly in prison because of him constantly running his mouth on the internet. But this is why I actually say that, in my personal opinion, Charisse does not want this man out of prison, okay? There's no way in hell. You have to be crazy as hell to literally still sit up there and have content where your man is recklessly talking on a federal prison phone and you're allowing it. Help me understand that. But we're going to listen to this really quick. Just one moment.
The black dude. Hello?
Oh, hey.
Hello, what's up?
You good?
Yeah, I'm good. What you was doing?
Okay.
Huh?
I was just making sure. I heard you say something about the garden, huh? So I had to make sure.
Oh, yeah. No, we good.
Okay. Yeah, just give Callie a bath. So I'm just here getting him ready. Then he talking up a storm.
Yeah. Okay. How everything else going?
Everything, honey. Everything is everything. You know?
Yeah.
Taking care of the businesses and whatnot.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
We online right now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Make sure tomorrow is vicious.
Honey.
You know what I'm saying?
Why? Why do you want why? Just tell me why.
No, because at the end of the day, it's like, doing some buster activities when you literally wait until, like, if you harbor some feelings because you going broke and that diaper company is not working for you, like, bro, we don't ask him to make money for us. I make money for him. There's not one play he brought for me that I made money off of. I paid him. You get what I'm saying? Like,
now, who is he talking about? He's talking about WAC 100. Now him and WAC 100 are beefing. Surprise, surprise. No damn surprise. They were never really friends in the first place. They was just doing everything for content. But now they're beefing. Now, allegedly, the reason why they're beefing is because of who? Charisse. Charisse allegedly went on DJ Akademiks' page and literally said that, you know, they have money, but, you know, his boys, his partners, or whatever the case may be, they're kind of looking for them to kind of help out and support. And Akademiks mentioned Wack's name, and Charisse kind of shaded the situation and was like, pretty much, Wack hasn't been there, nor has he supported. And after that, all hell broke loose between pretty much Wack and Luce. Wack is saying that she needs to stay in her place or whatever the case may be. And the internet right now is on her ass because of the things that she has been saying and doing. And allowing these type of recorded conversations being played and being placed on her YouTube channel, thinking it's content. Mind you, let me repeat myself again. He is in federal prison, meaning all of those calls are recorded. Listen to this fool.
Cuz don't make no money like that. He be on Clubhouse and everything, gossiping for free.
Oh my
But
goodness.
at the end of the day is he gonna have to stand on everything that he say, and I'm gonna get on his chin. He wanna call out and say something about your brother. I'm your husband. Say something about me. You ain't like that, bro. All those goofballs is not like that. They soft.
Honey, I thought you wanted to dead all the internet stuff. Now you want to really start this war?
No, because at the end of the day, man, enough is enough. You get what I'm saying? I talked to him. He said, "Oh, nephew, you know it's not like that. I'm gonna let it go," and all the goofy stuff like that. Because I'm questioning you about why people are showing me paperwork in here about CS2 back. The person that was on your case. So when I'm saying that, now you want to try to defame my name or anything like that because you know you're not like that. You know I'm questioning you about certain things. You want to lie. Bro.
Honey.
Order discovery. Full statement. You ain't going to find a Luce Cannon name in nothing.
Okay, so do you want me to drop this today? And then the call that we did tomorrow?
No.
Do y'all hear this shit? Okay, do you want me to drop this today? And what how does this benefit him and his case? This is why I'm saying there's no way in the world she wants him out. How does this benefit him? This is a moment where he needs to shut up. And if he's not willing to shut up, you help him shut up by not doing this.
You're going to do 9 o'clock, and then you're going to schedule it and do it for 5 o'clock the same day. We're going to smack them every day, twice a day.
Oh, Lord of mercy.
So get both thumbnails ready.
For the record, y'all hear, he's the one that wants to do this, okay? So y'all don't go try to blame me and say I'm the one doing this.
I'm blaming you because you don't have to do it. He in prison. What he gonna do if you say no? And it would be for his own good if you really care about him for the right reasons. Sorry, I'm not doing it. At this point, you need to lay low and chill until we can figure this out and get you home. That would make sense to me.
Hear it from the horse's mouth. All right?
Yeah, but the crazy part about it is, where was that energy when I was chasing them around, asking them for a squabble? Like, I'll beat both of y'all up at the same time. Oh, nephew.
A squabble. Fighting. Let me repeat myself again. On a federal prison phone.
You were just yelling at me. You broke my heart yelling at me. No, you're not like that. You waiting until I go to jail, and it's a couple of, like a month and a half in, 2 months, and then you want to talk about something like that. He said I'll be irrelevant in 28 days. I'm bigger than him. He's a nobody. He's just a gossiping as Wendy Williams.
And what are you?
Like, bro, it's not going to stand on nothing. People play with him all the time. He act like he going to pull up. He ain't going to do nothing. Yeah, like, he's a sweetheart. it's like he should stop playing games because I will expose everything about him. Every single thing. Like, he's begging every morning.
And he's trying to make it seem like it's my fault that y'all getting into it, when it's truth be told, it's not. Like, you're just trying to make me the reason for you to go up, when really and truly, that's probably just how you really felt from get-go. Don't try to make it seem like I'm making a war between you two. Please.
Listen, the only thing Wack ever do is run his mouth. When it comes down to business deals and stuff like that, they played him. Big U and Zachariah played him for $200,000 last year for the diapers company or whatever like that.
He talk entirely too much, but so does Wack 100. So they're both chatty patties, but one is in federal prison right now. Like he's talking entirely too much for me.
Talking about his diamonds and mines and stuff out there. Like, nigga, what do that have to do with it? You keep paying people. You didn't even have $10,000 to pay Zachariah. You asking me, calling me for it. So please, can you cash out this nephew? Like, bro, don't make me expose everything about you.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Don't call on the Lord now. You just as messy.
He always talks about something like that. Jay Jig is still running around talking about he want to fade. He's doing the same thing that he was talking about Big Meech with Tammy. You get what I'm saying? He did that with R&B. Like third party snitching. That's what he's doing. And acting like nobody's going to know or find out. Like, bro, you haven't.
And then you want to go and talk about, oh, the real wife is this. Okay, but who's your real wife then? Don't go start talking about real wives when you have the same.
Notice how she's trying to make it seem like, honey, you don't want to start this internet war, do you? But she's actually adding fuel to the fire. See, this is a messy situation. I'm sorry, but she can claim all day long she don't want him to have this war, but she's adding to it. She's adding fuel to the fire.
Situation.
It's not even the same situation. It's nowhere near the same situation. Nowhere near. Goofy. Like
and no pun intended to R&B, because I ain't got no issues with her. It's unfortunate that her man is disrespecting me blatantly, repeatedly every freaking day now.
Listen, yeah, he have to stand on all that. I guarantee you. Oh, nephew, I didn't mean it like bros.
This call is from a federal prison.
There's plenty of times I crashed on Wack and he turned it down. So I don't want to hear all the goofiness.
And fighting is not against the law, so y'all need to make sure y'all understand when he said get down, he mean fight.
Yeah, of course.
So we ain't talking about nothing other than that, because it's far worse. It's far different from what Wack did, talking about he want to blow up my house and my businesses. So
did she say fighting is not against the law? Did she really? Put a 1 in the chat if you feel like fighting is not against the law. People know the law? So you think you could just fight in the middle of the street or fight anywhere, you're not going to get arrested? Really? Now I see why she has no problem with him talking on a federal phone. And she literally just said this on a federal phone. Y'all just heard it said this is a federal call recording. And she just said, we just talking about fighting. That's not against the law. It's not. Anyways, so we're going to move on to, I call them Twiddle D and Twiddle Dumb at this point, because this don't make no sense. We're going to move on to Gigi actually talking to Charisse's sister, okay? She starts talking to Charisse's sister. Charisse's own sister got an issue with freaking Charisse, all right? This is almost like some Krishan type of stuff. We gonna listen to this, y'all. This is absolutely insane. So I didn't even hear all of it. So again, trigger warning, because there's probably gonna be a lot of cursing and a lot of stuff going on. All right. So here we go.
Was
I guess, doing his thing on the side of his wife or whatever. And I guess when he wouldn't leave his wife, you know, Charisse got upset. I do know, I'd have to find it, but I do remember seeing some type of like, Charisse had a couple of restraining orders against people. So it's not like this is the first time she's done this. From what her sister said, Charisse, one thing she wanted the most was a child. Because I know even though she's telling you guys that she's 35, Charisse is actually 41.
Whoa.
So as you can imagine, I'm sure, you know, that's her first child. So I'm sure it must be, you know, playing on your strings. But anyway, let's get her sister up here and let's get her up here. Hey, Crescent.
Hey.
How are you, girl?
I am good. How are you, sis?
I'm good, sis. So let's tell the chat who you are.
My name is Crescent Mills.
And who is your sister?
I am Charisse Mills' mother's second-born child.
Second-born child. So do you guys have the same mother and father, or?
No, we have the same mother, different fathers.
Different fathers. Okay. And were you guys raised together?
Sadly, most of the time, yes.
So let's just dive right in. Let's just tell them, you know, how did you find me? Like, how did our relationship bloom that far, and what stemmed behind you even looking for me or anything? How did that just go into that real quick?
So me and Charisse was having an argument about my child. Because long story short, at the time, my child was he's 16 at the time, and he was being very disobedient and doing a lot of breaking the laws. And I told Charisse, I said, stay out of it. If he comes to you, send him straight to his mother's house, because his mother didn't tell him to leave the house in the first place. Right?
Right.
Now, because of my history with my sister and them, they are always defiant when it comes to me and my children.
Okay.
So I turned and I said, and if so, when the police come at my house, I'm going to send them to your house to look for him, not my house.
Okay.
Right? 2 minutes later, I get a fucking phone call from not Luce Cannon, talking about who the fuck you threatening. I will shoot you in your face and your baby daddy in the face and your kids in the face. And I said, who the fuck you think you calling? Because he had the right fucking sister, because I ain't pussy.
Wow. So he threatened to shoot you, your baby daddy, and your kids?
And my children in the face. Because of me and my sister's argument, right? Because you getting in woman and man argument. Because you have a big pussy between your legs. A big fat pussy between your legs.
Whoa.
Wow.
Right?
Right.
So and then he gonna say, oh, Google me, bitch, you don't know who I am. Now, at that time, I have a sense of people. I already know who was fraud, especially when I came to the house over there in Riverdale and see there was a whole woman stuff in the house that I know didn't belong to my sister, and children stuff that I know didn't belong to my sister because my sister had no children at the fucking time.
Oh,
so I knew there was some kind of fraud.
So the Riverside house that we lived in, when the one your sister was at, you went there too?
Yes, I did.
And you saw all my daughter's crib. You saw the baby stuff. And
all the kid stuff. Wow. But of course, I'm used to Charisse always dealing with somebody, man. So I'm not even fucking. I wasn't saying nothing. If it wasn't. She was saying that it was his exes, that they're not together no more. Who am I to say no?
Right. Absolutely.
At the time, she didn't say he was a married man, even though she always with somebody married man.
Wow. Okay.
So
after he threatened your kids and all that stuff, and he said, "Google me, bitch," then what happened?
So when I Googled you, I Googled him. Not Luce Cannon's wife came up on TikTok. So then I messaged you. I was like, oh, so this, and at that time, Charisse had already got her ass buzzed by him, right? But I was staying out of it at the time because he didn't come to me for no situation. At the time, my mother was mad that I was not getting involved in their situation because I'm like, okay, man is going to man. I don't get in between man and woman in affairs unless it come to me, right?
Right.
So then that's when I saw the beating of you, which my mother kind of had implied to me a few days prior of that fallout between me and them. But she didn't tell me that he had a wife. that he was with a wife, that or anything of the sort. He said that she did imply that he beat his wife, or a wife's beater.
Gotcha.
Right?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Because she had implied that she had spoke to the wife.
Ah, okay.
Right?
Right. But your mother confirmed the podcast. She confirmed that we spoke. So you're right.
Oh, she did. Okay, and she confirmed that Charisse as well has always been aware that he was married. Correct?
Yes, she did.
Okay. Well, she's always condoning the bullshit.
Mother was okay with Charisse being with a married man and not telling Charisse, like, hey, he needs to get a divorce if he wants to be with you. Why is she not pressuring her daughter to make this man get a divorce if they want to be together?
Because she doesn't really want her to be with Cannon. She know Cannon ain't shit.
So let's dive into the beating. Before you contacted me, you said Charisse was already getting her ass whipped. Because I remember your exact words were, "Don't worry, the wife is getting her ass beat too." What?
Okay, this sounds like this is about to go into a trigger warning about some DV stuff. So just bear with it for those, this sounds like this is going to be a trigger warning situation, but she exposing it all, child. She exposing it all.
Tell me a little bit about what happened with that whole situation.
So from my knowledge, from what I was told, they were drunk, they were arguing, because apparently every time Cannon starts to drink, he gets abusive, and part of the reason why she had stopped them from drinking. Right?
Uh-huh.
Apparently some night they was at what's that dude? What's that fighter name again with the strip club? What's his name? What's the fighter with the strip club out here? The big strip club. What's his name?
Floyd Mayweather?
Yes.
Okay.
They went to Floyd Mayweather party, and I don't know what transpired there. Cannon wasn't getting the love that he thought he was supposed to be getting love. And I guess because Charisse already had a little, no, I don't know if they knew or they actually already slept together or whatever. He got in his feelings, and they went home. First, in the car on the way home, he gave her a bomb to shut the fuck up. Right? Boom. They got to the house. While they was in the car, she called my mother. Boom, 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 boom. My mother said she's on her way over there at the time. Boom, my mother comes all the way under that. By the time they're out of the car, Cannon's trying to get in the car, but he's drunk, and Charisse ain't trying to let him go. So they took the key and locked the door so he can't get back in. Mm-hmm. So basically, whatever happened, they went in the car. He came in the car and he was fighting Charisse for the key. He was dragging Charisse by her hair like a mop.
So when you said
my mother was trying to stop him, because my mother said she was in such shock at what she was seeing, and he pushed her down.
Okay, hold on. Let me just ask you this: when you said he gave her a boom boom, he had hit her already when he was trying. He had already hit Charisse. He had clocked her in the face, or he had hit her, or were they?
Yeah, he hit her in the car.
Oh, he hit her in the car.
And that's what made her call my mom, and that's what made my mom meet them at the house.
So were they only drunk? Because Luce Cannon has said that he doesn't drink or do drugs. So
he don't drink anymore. He does not drink anymore. Okay. Because Charisse and him used to get too fucked. Because Charisse can't handle her liquor either. Okay. Charisse can't handle her liquor either.
Just alcohol, just straight alcohol, and they got belligerent.
Yes.
Okay.
So basically, and that was the situation with my mother and my sister. Now, at the time, my sister had ran back to Luce Cannon, right? She went to my mother. My mother had got rid of her whole house, talking about she don't want to be there. She don't feel safe because of Cannon, all kinds of shit. I don't know what kind of ex-drug dealer you are. You scared of Luce Cannon, but whatever.
Wait a minute.
So she moved from where
she's saying her own sister was a substance dealer. Did I hear that correctly? Oh, her sister really mad at her. She like, okay.
And she was at, and Charisse went back to Cannon.
So after this, when your mom came to the house and she got involved, there was from what I understand from your mother, Luce Cannon pushed your mother because she got in between the two, or did he?
Yeah, she pushed her down. Yeah, she pushed her down, and that I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. My mother's dragging that shit to the end of the earth, how he hit her. Granted, he should never pushed her, but I don't think he did it purposely. It was just in the midst of the fight. He meant to fuck up his girlfriend, though. He ain't meant to fuck up her mother, though.
Got you. Okay. And was
so that's when my mother has got mad at me because I was like, I don't think he meant to hit you on purpose, Ma. But
were the police called?
So that's what that happened. That's when she got her ass bust. The first time that I known. But I knew what happened before that is my mother started telling me to stop sending my daughter over there is my children my daughter started coming back and saying what was happening in the house there by Charisse. How my mother had to confront her for putting her hands on him, for him putting her hands on Charisse. And my daughter witnessed the confrontation of the talk, and my son as well, and came back and told me.
Okay, I got you. So it continued after that situation with the alcohol at the Floyd Mayweather thing. He was still beating on her after that, and your mother was talking about it, and your kids overheard and came back and told you.
Well, I don't think he. That was before the major fight. That was before the major fight where he knocked her down.
So he was doing some beating, strangling, whatever, putting his hands on her, let's just say, and then the major fight happened. Okay, gotcha.
Yes.
Was he arrested for that fight? Was that the one where we could pull up at where he was arrested for that?
Yes, he was arrested from my knowledge, and I think that was part of the reason why they did the fake wedding.
Now you were at that wedding.
Yes, I was, because at the time I thought it was real.
Wow.
Wait
and they also said that they were pregnant with twins at that wedding, correct?
Yes, it was. Yes, I believe they was, because that's when she started getting big as a house.
Okay, and then your sister had came out with something, and I think she said she had PCOS. I believe it. Correct me if I'm wrong.
So, for my knowledge, my sister has never had PCOS. Now all of a sudden, she has PCOS.
So,
from my knowledge, from what she told me, she only had that RA blood negative stuff. That RA blood negative thing that made her abort the babies, right?
Have miscarriages.
Right.
Okay. So,
but I don't know how true that is. I don't know how true that is, because she had an official abortion under my name in New York.
Whoa.
Wait, hold on. She had an abortion under your name? I just want to make sure I heard that correctly. You said she had an abortion under your name? Hold on, I think we lost her.
Oh my God.
I can hear her driving.
Okay, hold on, let me see.
Hopefully we can get her back on. If not, like I said, today I definitely will bring her back on. A very close relationship. She calls and checks on Legacy all the time since the day that she.
Somebody else get their ass bust.
Yeah, I didn't understand that either. You know, I didn't understand why she was laughing at me being abused by Cannon. I don't know, especially like you said, if you're going through it yourself, I really didn't get the purpose of that. And I'm assuming it's because of the truth. Now, I did want to jump in really quick. You said that she had an abortion in your name. How do you go about doing that?
So, one day, and she said it had something to do with my mom, right? She called and asked me for my social, right? She went down to abortion. It's easy to use once you have Medicaid. It's easy to, once you say I got my social and my date of birth and the name, to use that as an emergency abortion if you don't have your Medicaid card. So what my girl did was she asked me for my social, not knowing what the fuck. Now at this time I'm 17. Okay. Never had a baby in my belly a day yet.
Okay.
She called me and asked me for my social, right? And I'm saying it had to do something to do with mom. So I was like, whatever. Okay, no problem. Boom. Right. Then I guess she probably not sure how medical work at that time, because she was young, but I was already starting my practicing in the medical field as doing
You guys, she doing something in the background. Y'all hear that squeaking? That's not me. That's her. So bear with it, y'all, because we just trying to get to the juicy details. But good grief, I don't know what she doing. There's too much going on in the background.
My medical billing and coding, but once you have insurance, and then any doctor office bills an insurance for any kind of procedure, you're going to get an explanation of benefits for that procedure.
Gotcha. Okay.
And of course, who else is going to get that? Because it's my Medicaid in my name, because at the time I was living on my own at 17. Right?
Right.
So who else got the explanation of benefits?
Right. Wow. That's crazy. That's insane. So let me ask you a question. What is your relationship like right now with your sister and your mother?
Oh, I have nothing to do with them. Nothing to do with them. I wouldn't wish that, because I that's not the way of God. And I won't disrespect my mother. I will tell the truth about my mother, but I won't disrespect my mother. But I will not deal with them ever again. After you side with a nigga that's not even yours, who threatened your niece and nephew, you have lost your cotton picking motherfucking mind, first of all. And you are such a fucking fraud. And then you have all these people on here so foolish. Because real Trinidadians says, no, yeah, you're born in Trinidad, but you're not a real Trinidadian. How you talk using fucking Jamaican patois and calling it Trinidadian language? That's how much of a fraud you is. I born in America, but went to school and is a Trinidad citizen, and I can tell you your own anthem before fucking you. That is how much of a... And tell me how me and you was born in 1988 if we come from the same pussy.
Oh, yeah.
If we come from the same pussy, how we born? And we definitely not no fucking twins. How we born in 1988? Tell me this.
I don't know. And let me ask you this. I know that your mother, and I hate to bring this up, but your mother and Charisse have both came on and said that you were jealous of Charisse because she looks better than you and that you're delusional and crazy. Why do you think your mother would get on a public platform and say that about her own child?
Okay, see, this is that parent that likes to divide and conquer when it comes to their kids. The mother went on a public platform saying that this sister is jealous of Charisse because Charisse looks better. Wow. This is why there's so much drama a lot of times between siblings, because you have the so-called mother or father who likes to do this stuff and try to divide their children. That is insane.
Because she's queen make a body.
So because you're natural, never had any work done, nothing like that, it feels like you're less than her.
But mind you, I don't fucking look, I look hella fucking good. There's nothing Charisse had that I don't fucking had, except for my own man. Sorry, I've always had my own man. Sorry, I don't share those things.
Right. Of course. So do you think that you will ever pack? Because I know that I know now you've told me not to, but I've always tried to, get you to mend the relationship with your sister and your mother. Do you think you ever will? I know you tell me no, but will you ever try, or you think you will ever have a relationship with them ever? Even after he has threatened to kill your shoot your children in the face, and do you think that you guys can somehow work past that?
No, not for the simple fact of, baby, you have to take accountability first. And you would never take accountability because that's what they do. They never take accountability. As they did on the Clubhouse and said, I have mental issues and crazy because I'm airing out your truth.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, they're saying the same thing about me.
So tell me who's really crazy if what I'm saying is truth, and then you turn around and admit that, yeah, it's really true. So who really 730 out here?
No, for real. Because now she's saying that they're not married and who cares. And now she's telling some truth. But now her new narrative is I'm obsessed with her and blah, blah, blah. And they just keep creating these narratives because now I think people are actually starting to see them for who they really are.
So that's the problem, baby. It's a difference between not taking a disrespect and standing up for your shit, the shit that you did to people, over being obsessed.
Absolutely.
Okay? Because if people was obsessed, people would have been at your crib already.
Amen.
Because before you moved out, remember one more chance, aired out your motherfucking shit already.
Nasty.
So if you was really somebody of importance, they would have been at your doorstep already.
You're right. You're right. Bomba clot. Somebody said that in the
That's
chat.
Jamaican.
That's
Jamaican.
Jamaican.
That's Jamaican.
That's not Trinidadian. That's
There must be some
Jamaican.
Jamaicans in the chat. They must have
yeah.
in here. Okay, so yeah, so I'm sad. Like I said, sad to hear this, sad to see that, but you know what I'm saying. Too bad that she couldn't have your morals and values. It would have been a blessing for Legacy to have a relationship with her father and a woman of your morals and values. But she gained a new auntie, so it is all good.
At the end of the day, Legacy is my. At the end of the day, my nephew is my nephew. At the end of the day, blood is blood, and I'm not begging for him, but I do wish blessings for him. So, as again, Legacy is his sister. So Legacy is definitely my niece, no matter fucking what.
Amen. Amen.
And I'm not like you. I don't threaten people's children.
Right.
Well, at least they have a relationship, and she's like, look, that's my niece regardless. So I could definitely respect that. But apparently there's some more drama that hits after she leaves.
So at this point, this is what she's saying. I guess she just posted this. A member sent this. At this point, I'm tired of this girl slandering my name. It's giving obsessed. She acts like she got footage from my. Can you read? Let me see. She acts like she got footage from my OnlyFans when in fact she took it from some show I did. Stop hacking our iCloud and taking things off our phone. Okay, so let's address this really quick before I jump off. Charisse, I know she's not the brightest bulb in the tanning bed, but sweetie, I didn't take anything off your phone, your iCloud. I don't know you from a can of paint. I don't even know your phone number. I've never spoke to you. Go ahead and take that to the police. Go ahead and see if my number ever touched your phone or ever touched anything. So let's not create this narrative. I don't know your iClouds. But again, my husband, who has been proven all over the world, he's my legal husband. We were on the same iCloud. Okay. He did not know you when we were together. You were a poot in the wind. You were too busy chasing Real Chance of Love, trying to suck on his, balls. So nobody knows you, sweetie. I don't know anything about your iCloud or whatever, but my husband, my legal husband, was on my iCloud. So anything that he posted, let's get this through your. I know you had a lot of work done. I know your teeth are fake, and I don't know if that's over time it's rotting and getting to your brain, so you're not comprehending. But let's get this straight, okay? Anything that is my husband's, bitch, is half mine. Let's get that clear. And and maybe Charisse, you need to tune in, subscribe, so you can log in. Don't shit move until I sign shit. Get that through your head. Ain't nothing moving till I sign it. So until I sign those divorce papers, get this through your dome, girl. I am still his legal wife, okay? Now, when I tried to sign them, you was going around telling everybody I was crazy and we weren't married. So now, bitch, you on my time. I'll sign them whenever the fuck I get ready. How about that? How about that? Okay? Just like you said, you've been saying, you and him lying, saying I'm crazy, saying the daughter wasn't his. Everybody heard me begging for him to just sign the papers when I first filed for the divorce. Bitch, you don't run me. You run your bitch. You run Cannon, not me. Like I said, don't shit move till I sign shit. Just know that. You my side bitch. Okay? Get that clear. You're my side bitch. Okay? Thank you. Anyways, we're not going to give that any more time. I just wanted to get that through her head so she could understand this. Listen,
Wait a minute. How do you go that hard and then say thank you? Like, really? Okay.
I begged for a divorce. As you guys see, I showed it May 15th, 2022. They were saying he wasn't married, wasn't going to court. They dragged it out. Like I said, go Google it. In California, 6 months, you have to wait to even do anything. If you don't agree, I wanted Cannon to come to an agreement so we didn't have to wait right after the 6 months, we can just sign it. He didn't want to do that. They were saying I'm a liar, I'm crazy, all this stuff. Now you think that you gonna run me like you run that nigga? I'm big Gigi, bitch. I run my own program. Don't nobody control Gigi but God, okay? Let's get this straight. So now you on my time. You know what I'm saying? Y'all on my time. So until I sign that divorce, you my side bitch. You my mistress, okay? Let's get this straight real quick. You just doing the work. That's why I put you in that position. So you can suck his dick. Oh, you get what I'm saying? So I don't got to. You work for me. Let's get that straight, okay? You my employee. Now, carrying on, we don't want to give this person any more attention because she's delusional and crazy. But y'all go run tell that. Please let her know everything I said, since people like to, or she's stalking me. I don't know who's stalking me because I damn sure am checking for her. So I don't know who's telling her what I said. But it's not a secret. Charisse, please share, like, subscribe. Everybody share.
Oh my gosh. All I gotta say is town business. She went Calified like a mofo. She said, you my side bitch. I'm telling you that Oakland came out. That East 14th Street came out. Do you hear me? Oh my gosh. But then, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Poetic Flakko. He is on No Jumper. He is a black guy who is from North Dakota. Go figure. I have never met anyone from North Dakota, especially someone black from North Dakota, but he's apparently from North Dakota, moved to LA. Well, apparently Flakko had a lot to say about Gigi and her creating her page and having a lot to say. And she had a lot to say in return when it came to him being involved in this drama. So let's just listen to this really quick, you guys. Like I told y'all, it's a lot. And when I tell you it's going to continue to be a lot, it's going to keep giving because it's not over. And I feel like this is going to continue, especially with Luce Cannon being in jail until he gets sentenced. And then in my opinion, if you ask me, Charisse gonna leave his ass in the wind and find her another man that's gonna be able to take care of her. But that's just my opinion on the situation. So let's actually listen to this really quick. But yeah, Gigi ain't playing no games. She ain't playing no games at all whatsoever. So let me go here. And yeah, we about to get into it again. You got 23 people in the chat. Please hit the like button. Please hit the like button. Get your girl in the algorithm. Thank you so much. So with that being said, beautiful girl, by the way. Like I said, both of these women are beautiful. Why they're dealing with a Luce Cannon, I don't know. But hey, at the end of the day, it has happened. And now these women are beefing over a fool that is in federal prison who cannot keep his mouth shut. Go figure, okay? But let's continue.
I didn't see it, but I've been standoffish about doing.
Hold on now. Let's play it from the beginning. I want to hear it from the very beginning.
I didn't see it. Akademiks had Gigi, his ex-wife, on the podcast last night. I didn't see it, but I've been standoffish about doing content with Gigi because of the fact that like me and Luce are cool, and I don't necessarily want to just be shitting on him as soon as he gets locked up. But like, Ak for sure is not going to shoot him that bail. So it's the purpose of a Gigi interview, like to expose those kids, and that's where, yeah, to me, Alex Alonso already did an interview with her. It's kind of like, what else do we need to really talk about? But I guess now that he's locked up, maybe there's additional layers that can be. The goal isn't to interview Gigi about her life, and we're not interested in her story, her life, and it's just come and expose Luce Cannon. That's a little nasty if you never had issues with Luce Cannon before you Why would you want to interview GBO, bro? That's what I'm saying. You like.
Okay, so he said that, you know, why is anybody interviewing me? Because nobody cares about my life. As I've seen you guys, as I posted my episodes, Flakko, let me explain to you why I give a fuck. I know that you don't have any kids, and I get it. You know, you sit in your little room on your little game chair, and your whole life is making content. And let me just say this. I know why I was falling for the lies and the bullshit, because I was sucking his dick. I don't know why. I've never seen other grown men, you know. I just never seen another grown man, Flakko, be on another man's dick so hard that you do not know. And this goes to my thing, why I said, like, Luce Cannon has a hold on grown men. He always has had that power to people who don't know him for shit.
What is she trying to say?
As I've showed in my episodes, let's be real. Luce Cannon didn't know anybody. So that life you're saying that you're so interested in, Flakko, is not really his life. So you're interested in a bunch of bullshit and lies, which I've already put out there. We already have the receipts. So the fact that you're just going on with this whole, you know, I'm in love with Luce Cannon and everybody's I'm just trying to figure out, like I said, I know why I did it, because I was fucking him. I was sucking his dick. I get it. I married him. I'm trying to figure out what's your reason for sucking his dick so hard. I just don't understand. I'm trying to understand. Like, so let me tell you, Flakko, why I am going so fucking hard. Okay, let me make this very clear to you.
Fellatio Flakko, is that what she was trying to say? Fellatio Flakko, Flakko? I don't know. Was that what she was trying to say? I don't know.
Flakko. Okay, let me make this very clear to you, Flakko. So you see this little girl right here,
she's
Flakko,
so cute.
because she fucking matters. That's why, bitch. She fucking matters, bitch. No matter what you and your fat ass sit up here talk about, oh, who gives a fuck about Gigi? Because it's about this little girl that your fucking homeboy is acting like she's not shit, just like you're acting like she's.
This little girl is so beautiful. Oh my gosh, how could you deny this baby? Oh, my heart is melting. Oh, she's adorable.
It's not shit. That's why, because the niggas like you who are okay with another man shitting on fucking children. The fact that you're okay with this nigga dragging a baby all over the internet is fucking disgusting. And I'm gonna call you out on your shit. Okay? Any man, okay, who it's been proven facts that they have a child, and any man who goes publicly and denies that child is a fucking disgusting piece of shit. And I'm gonna tell everybody. I don't care what child it is, stepchild, biological, whatever the case may be. Flakko. So this little girl that you're looking at on the screen, Flakko, that I know you clearly don't give a fuck about, clearly, because you're just like Luce Cannon, a fucking coward. I know she's not content enough for you. You know what I'm saying? For me to debunk the lies being brought out about her. I know, Flakko, this beautiful little girl, you could never understand the loyalty, because you're not loyal to no one, clearly. So you couldn't possibly understand, Flakko, what it's like to bring life into this world, Flakko. And to protect that life, Flakko. So since Luce Cannon has failed to protect the life that he brought into this world, Flakko, I'm going to do it. That's why people want to interview me. Because there's actually people, Flakko, I don't give a damn what their reasons are. The fact that anybody, street TV that you keep mentioning so goddamn much, because they give a fuck about children, about the innocence. We clearly know where you stand, that you don't give a fuck about children, but I just wanted to give you a little insight, Flakko, of the little girl that Luce Cannon and Charisse were going around like all over the internet and saying wasn't his. This is that little girl, Flakko. This is the little girl that you clearly are making it very clear that nobody gives a fuck about, and she's not shit. And it's okay for her father who paid to have her. Okay, let's be clear. Who paid to bring her into this world, okay, throws her away like she's not trash. Now, I know I don't have my lips done. I know I'm not light-skinned. I know I don't have an OnlyFans for you guys to go and gawk at. I get that. I'm not Charisse. But what you're not going to do is act like my fucking kid doesn't matter. You, Charisse, Luce Cannon, or nobody. I don't need to go on no fucking platform. Let's get this clear, okay? To tell the truth about my child. Now, your next question, Flakko, was Adam and Flakko. She already went on street TV, so what's the point? Well, let me explain something to you, Adam and Flakko. The point is because Charisse and Luce Cannon continued to go on this little bashing spree of lies on this beautiful little girl that you see right here, that you and your other Luce Cannons don't give a fuck about. And none of you motherfuckers are going to sit up here and think that me as a mother is going to allow Charisse and Luce Cannon to continue to speak on my child and I not say anything. I am okay. You guys don't want to interview me. No problem. I'm not sucking your dick asking you to. Let's be clear. If I ask once, you say no, okay, no problem. I'm not begging shit. But don't get up there and act like my daughter doesn't fucking matter. Okay? Let's get that clear, because she fucking does. And as her mother, if they continue as they have been, as I showed, to speak about my child, you goddamn right, I am going to make a billboard. I'm going to make flyers. I'm going to make announcements. I'm going to create pages, businesses that is going to set the record straight. Because despite Luce Cannon, okay, this little girl that you see on this screen, she matters. Absolutely. I may not, like I said, I may not have OnlyFans. I may not be light-skinned. I may not.
And on that note, because she goes on for about an hour and some change, and we already been on here for an hour and some change. On that note, that's a mic drop for me. People talking about your child, it's war. Period. That baby is beautiful. And in fact, she said that this is Luce Cannon's, not only he has 6 children, but this is his only girl. The rest of them are boys. This is the only girl. And usually, men are very protective over their girls. So the fact that he's like, yeah, that ain't my baby, allegedly, and blah, 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 and he actually paid to have her through IVF, what does that say? What does that say? And knowing that he is saying this stuff on social media, on the internet, where the internet is forever. When that baby gets older, she is going to see what her father has said. So I could see why Gigi said, my daughter also needs to see how I'm fighting for her. You see what I'm saying? So trust and believe, we didn't know about all of this other stuff in DV and all of that stuff. And that kind of probably could have stayed under wraps if he didn't say what he said, but now all bets are off. But I'm kind of glad, because my whole thing is don't hide DV stuff. Hell, you need to put it out there because people need to know what they dealing with. But when I tell you that's a mic drop, this baby is gorgeous.
And I have my lips and my teeth done, so I may not be interesting or be good enough or look good enough for you, Flakko. But
Gigi, you're beautiful. I don't know. I mean, I understand because, you know, being from California, child, the colorism is real. The colorism is real everywhere. But Gigi is a beautiful woman. You know what I'm saying? She's a beautiful girl. I don't see how Luce Cannon got these women, but okay.
One thing I do know is you better put some fucking respect on my daughter's name.
Hello.
So now that you know the reason why, you could stop asking that fucking question.
Well, I like Gigi. I don't know about y'all. Maybe it's the fellow Cali girl in me, you know, Cali girl, but I like her. And so overall, what we have learned today is that she had access to the industry. She was cool with Princess. She was cool with industry folks. Luce Cannon, being the freaking industry whore that he wanted to be, pretty much attached himself to everything that his wife was doing just so he could sit up there and get the fame and the notoriety that he wanted, and ended up leaving her in the dust to try to carry on with that fame, and then ended up bringing Charisse on in the process. That's pretty much what it sounds like. And in the process of leaving her, he left his daughter also. I'm curious to see what his relationships is like with his other kids. This man has had 3 wives. Gigi is the current wife. They are not divorced, and he has 6 kids. 3 wives, 6 kids. Charisse is a baby mama with the last son and a partridge in a pear tree. Like, seriously. So, and apparently lying about the money he has, talking about the Rolls Royces that he has, is given a lot. And it's given that he's probably not going to get out for a very long time, considering the fact that they still have him in there. He can't get bail. And yet he's still talking on a federal phone, talking mess. Like I said, if he is apparently doing DV to Charisse too, amongst other things, I personally feel like Charisse is willing to let him talk and do whatever on that phone, because all it's going to do is just dig a bigger hole for him. And then all she got to hear is some football numbers when he gets sentenced, and Charisse going to be gone. I don't care what she say. She ain't holding him down, because if she truly wanted to hold him down, she ain't holding him down the right way by doing this and having that information publicly out there. Every time he's talking, she's posting it on that page. She runs that page. She makes money off of that page. She is using him for content. So then that way, at the end of the day, she probably knows he ain't coming home no time soon. So she gonna continue to make money with him running his mouth. The more he probably run his mouth, the more charges and the more years he's going to face. She ain't slick. She ain't slick. So that's my take on the situation. Yeah, you continue to run your mouth, because even when he was talking earlier, when you heard it, it didn't sound like she was really concerned. It sounded like she was damn near smiling and smirking. You really want to start this war, honey? Okay, guys, don't blame me. This is what he wants to do. You're the one who pressed the record button, though, boo. And you're posting it on your page to get content. That's why you're the content wife. So even if and when he gets football numbers, those numbers are still going to go up, and you're still going to collect that check. Yeah, she ain't slick. She ain't slick. That's the way I see it. Hi, Alicia. Yes, she is. Gigi is pretty. All of these women are beautiful. I ain't going to hold you. Like, Charisse is a beautiful woman too. But as far as I see it, the way she's moving, we can see why Gigi would want him in jail. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not doing anything for the daughter. He's disrespecting the daughter, disrespecting her, has put alleged, DV situations with her. She probably like, you can stay in there for the rest of your life. But to me, Charisse is making it seem like she really wants him out. She really misses him. Not the way you moving. Not with all of this content you putting out there with the stuff that he's saying. He's still pretty much doing the same thing that got him locked up in the first place. And now you're the one who's pressing the record button and literally posting it. I don't know no woman who would do that. Real talk. Yeah, I don't care what you say, whatever the case may be. I'm not posting this because my main concern will be getting you out of prison, not posting content. But with that being said, you guys, I want to know what you guys think about everything that I actually played tonight. I know it was a lot. I'm going to break it down in timestamps later on so then that way people can understand what's going on. But it's a lot out here in these YouTube streets. And if you probably heard, baby, this was juicier than a lot of the reality shows we got going on, okay? So as far as I see it, it seems like Gigi receipts are receipting. She is telling the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And I'm really big on protecting kids. I'm really big on protecting kids. Exactly. Fight the power for your baby girl. So as far as I see it, like her page is exploding right now. Gigi is getting followers left and right. Within a blink of an eye, she was less than 1,000. Now I think she like at 3,000 and something. You know what I'm saying? So look, as far as I see it, I'm one of those people where if that man is not supporting that daughter and not even trying to claim that daughter, you sit up there and you get your content going to expose the truth and make some money for your daughter. Point blank, period. Because as far as I see it, I can't wait for the day that she get more subscribers than Charisse and Luce. And she make more money than them off of this content. Like straight up. I'm all for, you know what I'm saying, women sitting up there getting they just do, especially when we are dealing with a situation where this woman is legally married. This man has moved on, then had another freaking baby doing a so-called fake wedding, knowing he's still legally married to Gigi, and then denying that beautiful girl that they have. This is ridiculous. So, as far as I see it, like I said, they both want him in jail forever. Both for different reasons, though. Because guess what? Charisse has enough of a following. I think she has 1 million followers on IG. Now, I don't know if she allegedly bought those followers. I don't know. But what I do know is that trust and believe, and I think she knows this very well, she will be absolutely okay with Luce Cannon being in jail forever. She will be able to move on. She has the look. She definitely has the stereotypical, you know what I'm saying, racially ambiguous look. You know what I'm saying? She has that, you know what I'm saying? She definitely, as we saw earlier, she ain't got no problem twerking or whatever. Apparently, allegedly, she got an OF page. She'll be fine. And I think she knows she'll be fine. I think she's playing loyal right now. But let's be clear. How loyal are you really when you know this man doesn't even believe in loyalty? If she allegedly has issues with dealing with married men or whatever the case may be, I think there's a reason for that. A lot of times they say psychologically, women who constantly only want to deal with married men, there's a reason behind that. There's a reason behind that. I think it's nothing for her. Once he gets sentenced, his official sentence, she's going to move on and still have that page and still be able to make her money every which way she possibly can. May even get a reality show off of this while Luce is going to be rotting in prison. Meanwhile, if he would have stayed with Gigi, I don't think it would have happened. Even with him being scum to her from what we saw earlier. So, yeah, Luce, sounds like, you know, you put this on yourself. Now, this situation between you and Wack, I don't give a shit. At the end of the day, two chatty patties both going at it with each other. I don't care. But the reality is you the one in prison. He not. So, but at this point, we got these women going back and forth. Let Gigi tell it. Charisse is her bitch. And that's just what it is. Just like Luce is her bitch at this point. And please believe me, she says she's still going to continue to post more receipts. So for those who are interested in me actually still wanting to talk about this, we can definitely continue. Y'all let me know in the comments section if you guys want me to continue to cover this. But this is juicy, honey. I was more intrigued on this than a lot of reality shows I'm watching at this point. And this is real life. This is real life, you guys. So with that being said, yes, she sure did. She meant that with every bone in her body. But that's what happens when you play with people's kids. You don't touch the kids, all right? But with that being said, you guys, let's continue the conversation below. What do you think about all of this drama? Make sure you hit the like button. The like button gets me in the algorithm. Get one time, hit the like button for your girl. Double tap the screen. Make sure you hit the like button. And with that being said, please like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you on my next video. Toodles.